Don't worry, we had one with. It was like the. I think. The hawk is flying. Like the hawk. Oh god.
Warlock. No, I'm pretty sure Jason's picking it with the gyro copter. Fear is
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if Clockwork is the thing itself. That's the problem right now. He really does feel. I saw someone even.
That I agree with is the fact that melee heroes should not be able to kill.
Melee attack range has changed.
There's no reason why melee heroes should be able to kill cogs and get a bounty from it all. So.
Yeah.
They just farm your cogs.
It's like free gold.
They're not worth even using actually. They don't burn that much
you have to like stand inside your cogs and deny them every single time.
The only reason why you use them is if you're trying to live.
I actually like playing gyro versus Clockwork a lot of times because I always have something to flack off of the fights too. This is great. I can flack off these cogs a lot of times.
Yo, maybe Shadow Fiend, 9 Shadow Fiend.
That's the only thing that I'm thinking. That maybe is the reason why. But even then, I mean, Shadow Fiend does not look good this.
But does that mean that they have a Clock 5 indeed, and then an Enigma 4?
No matter what, you have a Clockwork.
But it's such a weird lineup.
It is
especially when they're like triple melee and Enigma. I don't really count that one as much of a ranged hero. It's Lina banking gyrocopter. That's not fun playing lots of melee heroes in.
And then it feels like it's on the greedy side because of your support duo, but then it's not actually greedy at all because you don't have anything for the late.
You have to pick 9 some win condition. What?
no. I was expecting to.
I see LD putting his face in his hands.
It's mid-timing because they banned out the Warlock.
Oh, so yeah, wait, sorry, yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
They banned out the Warlock, they're expecting a Fear hero. Fear picks up the Jakiro,
okay.
So mid-tiny.
So it's still core clock.
Yeah.
But
well, they could do 4 clock and then 3 Enigma, but I'm pretty sure Brax is more of a Clockwork player.
I've heard people describe clock like you can do the same thing for position 4 as you can for position 5. Or does the timing difference make such a big difference? Because obviously as a core you're gonna reach your timings earlier.
I don't have any Clockwork answers for you.
Alright.
Sure.
I love Clockwork, and I have not touched the hero in about a year and a half because it feels almost unplayable most of the time.
Well, maybe they're going for Neil's strat then. You know, winning the draft in game 1.
Lose the draft, win the game. Because IG, they're like, yo, we got all of our favorite heroes.
And maybe they're gonna get cocky purely.
Just not really like.
Against Clockwork, you can time block between battery assault. Sure.
Yep, you can use it. I feel like battery assault got like slowed down or something. I feel like I can use all my abilities inside of battery
it's
assault.
Pretty much just Kiro and Earthshaker that have issues with Clockwork.
Yeah.
Time violation will also probably be immensely irritating for Clockwork. Really, the only thing is that Night Stalker, I think, is fairly good against Wood. Jump on top of him, crippling Fear Silence, avoid that situation, but he also has lots of stuns on his team. Every single hero on his team has a stun.
I mean, I love IG's draft. I think it ticks every box for me except for building damage. That's the one thing I'm concerned about, but they have such an overwhelming amount of team fight that I feel like that's usually when I'm okay with a team not having some push. You just take fights and take buildings because you kill everybody. J.Storms is just, it's weird to me.
So it is Brax.
It is a Brax Clockwork.
Like, if Tiny doesn't have a good game, I don't know where damage comes from.
But you guys said that IG's draft was weird too previous game and they won.
It was weird.
You said it was, well, you guys said it was weak.
It was
I said J.Storm's was strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought IG's was just not as strong as J.Storm's last game, but that's when I feel like IG's
All right.
Way
So
stronger,
for
but-
J.Storm, you guys are saying they have been outdrafted this one. What do we look for? Like, what timings do they need to hit? What are you guys gonna focus on in the game when you're watching?
The Tiny and the Night Stalker need to play together. They need to bully this void
Okay.
all the time. Clockwork is going to be on gyro duty, I guess. 'Cause I don't know who else is going to be the gyrocopter if these heroes are dealing with the faceless. But
If Clockwork, if he gets like an early blade mail and he can somehow pop off with blade mail
Yeah.
or something like that, I could maybe see some of that one. But I think Moo and Nine are the two I'm really looking at to just
Okay.
make these aggressive plays, especially Nine. I think he has to have it.
All right, let's find out we'll have a good game or not. It is LD and Go.
And they crushed. So now they have a draft that panel likes. Could go one of two
yeah,
ways.
that's
You
it.
can say
Good or
it's
bad.
totally over,
Yeah.
or they don't know what they're talking about, so maybe it's actually good.
Yeah.
Which side are you on? You gonna throw our panel under the
I
bus?
think IG.
You got a fifth pick Void.
Yeah,
When-
the draft
when's the
looks
last time we've
incredible.
seen that?
It's also partly why I think we all looking to feel it looks really good is they're picking these strong meta heroes that are winning games and performing well. The Gyro, the Void, Ogre is a 5, stanking Lina lane, like everything about their draft just ticks all the right boxes and is what we're seeing the top teams at this tournament doing. So there's a reason teams have been doing some winning, whereas J.Storm a bit more out of the box.
We haven't seen much of the mid gyro this event. That was a thing in the past, but not so popular here, as they are going to make a move on Moo early.
They were baiting it though.
J.Storm bringing in fourth. This could be a great way to start it out with Kaka going down. Can they finish him? JT trying to soak up some hits of the battery assault. Kaka will lit. Oh, it'll be okay, but he's going to be very low. Probably have to pop like 3-4 tangos here. Looks like we should see a bounty and trade. And J.Storm going for round 2.
Kaka's
They
staying
want
here.
getting greedy. They want to get 3 of these. Brax is just going to charge in. Burrow strike away from JT. And it'll be a 2-2 with a lot of regen blow.
Void down bottom was playing super aggressive behind the tier 2 tower as well to scout out moves. I think he was trying to get experience, and he got experience for the Enigma Deny. That's actually a really cool play from Flyfly.
Oh.
So Enigma denying that first range creep, and he was in range. So he's at least a little bit happier as a result of that.
The little things.
Oh, he denied a melee creep, actually. Didn't deny the range creep. Unexpected. But this lane will push it. Second deny is on the range creep, so there we go.
Take the experience for that too, but obviously not happy about that. So our other lane matchups, see this Enigma Clockwork for J.Storm. Our mid lane is the Gyro versus Tiny.
Already 3 denies on Tiny.
And our top lane, Sand King Lina, man, that is a power lane.
Yep. Shakira Night Stalker, 2 pretty tanky BP heroes with good stats. Should be able to hold their own, but the kill threat of the tanking Lina definitely there. It's something that particularly Fear needs to really respect when he's trying to harass them.
So this is something we saw yesterday too. Was the Enigma's just kind of leaving the lane. Last time it was for a Pango for Liquid, I believe, who was just left alone. But
Yep.
Moose is just going to rotate to the wood. It'll be a 2v1 versus Brax.
More of the 4 position Enigma in the jungle, playing that enemy jungle for now, but is at least in the neighborhood to come and help out. But he'll be looking to get the fast arcane boots, it seems, and just jungling away. Nothing too crazy. It's being circled. It seems like Ogre has an idea of where he's playing and is going to go and try and search for him to leech some of this XP, mess with the last hits. Should be able to get here for this Centaur. It's going to be close. Don't believe he got the XP for that one, so.
He's going to now find Moose and smack him, bully him back a bit. JT making a move on the top lane onto Moo. He's got the Burrow Strike, got a secondary Light Strike array, and this should be the first blood. Kaka secures it, as he had so many times this event on the Lina. Dominant with this hero.
This Lina is best world.
They've got Mango, they could dive more, but here comes the respawn.
See what Kaka looks to do if he tries to find a way to suicide himself. There's one last LSA. I think he's going to run for the tier 2 tower, deny himself, but
Moose is
yeah,
not too far away.
Nima should see this soon and go and grab XP moves.
Oh, Courier mid, Ollie, just a little late. And Kaka will get the successful tower deck.
Enigma got XP for it, so we got about maybe close to 100 XP for that one.
They want to set up on 9. He almost died him by the throw him back to his own tower earlier. Wasn't able to get the kill.
Just a level 1 ogre with bloodlust. Nothing much he can do as far as threatening to kill 9.
Couldn't get the curve either. So, a bit unfortunate. They brought the Enigma back top, as you touched on, so leave Brax alone in a 3-farm void.
Yeah, I might have doubts about that, but Brack's having a great time. Already level 4 in this lane. We'll have to play a little bit cautiously. The Bloodlusted Void with 2 points in time lock does have a lot of kill potential with the Ogre.
I want to believe in this clock pick. You know, they pick it first too. They really value the hero. Can they make it work?
Wait and see what they're trying to get done with it. Definitely.
Like, what's the game plan for Brax, like, heading later into the end of the laning stage? Is he just ganking a lot? You
For sure.
pressuring? What's the game plan?
He's the playmaker. You've got a 4-position Enigma. This is a greedy hero that essentially is like a core.
They found Evo.
Yeah.
Quick avalanche toss with good body block. Pops the Mango though. And that Rocket Barrage is going to force 9 away. Can't tank it. Meanwhile, top Fear getting chain stun, eating Sandstorm damage. Are they going to kill him a second time? They will. Kaka likely to pay. He's got another stun. Mu has to respect that.
He has a stun himself with the stick that isn't going to go for it away.
Kaka Leo. Easily his most successful hero this event, I want to say. Yeah. At least from the games we've passed.
He's so good. I just feel like he hits those LSAs with no setups in the laning stage better than any other 4 position that we've seen.
Yeah, they have a Sand King. It's the Lina who's stunning, then the Sand King stuns, then the Lina gets off her second stun because it's only a 7-second cooldown. So compare that to the Purple Strike, 13 seconds. Like, Lina needs to go first.
Yeah, that's such a good point. It's better they leave with that Lina stun.
Oh, Ollie's in trouble. Nice job by Brax catching out melee here with the Battery Assault. Level 3, so if you're isolated, you are very killable. Not, at least on the Ogre, not so much.
The spell you're looking to destroy people with.
Void at 34 CS. Night Stalker struggled a bit more, 23. Obviously, this hero can turbo farm with the eggs, but needs to get there first.
His lane being pressured quite a lot, even as far as farm goes with the Sand King for the most part.
Really trying to dive fly here. He's already used his time walk. Under the tower, they're going to catch him out with the Cox, with the Battery Assault. Can make it back to 60. One more auto attack. Brax scores the kill. That is big. Great game. They needed that. And straight back to top where the chain stun comes through, but Boop can shake it off. And at night time, you're not committing for that.
Your top of the CS, Void going down. That was one of the few lanes that was really being won by IG. Top lane's a bit of a draw. Mid lane, Gyro's getting destroyed by 9 on this Tiny.
One more swing. This is he just got the punch.
Right before the stun comes
Now
in.
top, Kaka being dove, and bottom. Action there as well. Action everywhere. Most of
Blacklight
it.
so low, he just came back to this lane. And he's got no
That's
reset.
greedy. There's a rocket flare. Not enough to kill him, but if he gets one more auto attack,
Brax is about to hit level 6.
his clockwork is snowballing. Maybe J.Storm had a plan. It looked bad on paper with, as you mentioned, the meta picks, but they're making it work.
Yep, they get the kill. The tower with the Eidolon's siege creep going down as well. To see if J.Storm can secure this last hit. They definitely do not want to let your boy deny this. He's trying to...
They have to fall down. They almost have the chrono, but tower not denied.
Yep, they made sure...
Wi-Fi's got to back away, and there is a hook shot, so if they can force out that time walk with the follow-up, maybe could go for a kill.
Bit low on mana, unfortunately. Brax, Battery Assault and Hookshot chews up most of your mana. It looks like he's just going to throw his spells out.
They want to deal with 9 cuts. They're making some rotations mid, but look how low Evo is already. I don't know if you can fight into this. They're going to try. They do get the kill Fear, answering back. Don't think it's enough of the clockwork rocket. Oh, just short. Just short.
Oh, that's
So close.
This Gyro is bottom 3 net worth, and that's after getting the kill. He got the last hit, but he is struggling.
Yeah, I mentioned we haven't seen much mid Gyro, but you know, I didn't realize he would struggle this hard.
This matchup, Tiny, one of those kind of mid lane dominators. We have these good matchups with the tree grab, being able to just deny and last hit so well the first few waves. Gyro's not good at last hitting in his mid lane. He often relies on being able to try and bully people out of lane using the missile and rocket barrage. Tiny just very sinky and didn't get bullied.
And you can't chase that far either, because it's the mid lane.
And you're going to get tossed back into your tower. There's all kinds of plays if you're out of position against a Tiny, so...
Well, they are going to deny 9 the runes. That's definitely what we saw at PI, is Topson just picking up rune after rune on his Tiny, but getting too many big power runes yet.
I think almost every rune is being grabbed by these Radiant supports. Ollie took an illusion rune earlier, he now takes the haste rune. Enigma had a haste rune at 2 minutes in, so I think there's not a single rune going his way.
Nice start here, but bottom lane moves with EP out, and he is going to make it. They had Chrono, but do you really want to commit that just for a support? Pretty fun.
Yeah, I would be okay with it, but at the same time, Fly wants to be able to pose a threat in this lane. If he uses Chrono, he has to stop playing very defensively.
We often talk about the threat of the big ult as more potent than the actual ult itself. You're going to fall back on stacks. They've got some big ones here, too.
They're going to get both of these.
With the Sand King Lina.
Sand King stuns just to make sure they get that. What a nice play. Boy, this is a decent amount of farm coming their way.
It's a great lineup at making those invasion plays with the Tiny Night Stalker and Clock, but they just don't have the vision. This ward that they have doesn't see much. So one stack off. JT gonna work on the other mid lane. Chrono coming through. Call down coming through. Rocket barrage as well. Everything thrown at the Tiny. They get the kill.
They position so well. Ice Path only caught one heroes with how Void and Ogre positions.
And this also secures JT the other stack. There will be no invasion with the Tiny. So he's level 8 now, doing just fine, well on his way to the Veil.
Yeah, that was a huge. He's suddenly top 2 net worth after that.
And he actually changed his item. He's like, no, screw that, I'm getting Blink.
Okay, he's really looking to create some space and play aggressive with his fast Blink dagger. It's
really good this game.
Yeah, this is definitely slightly less conventional, but we'll see how it works out. I don't mind it at all, but
did the Legion like Blink rush the other day, right? They ended up winning that. I don't know if that item was the reason why, but
yeah, you carried that game hard. He's
the beats mistakes probably the main reason. But yeah, he did carry.
Yeah, but this is like a riskier item, but it has higher payoff theoretically if it works, where you're getting kills. But
one thing I'm a little concerned about for J.Storm though is that Moo is not farmed. Like, we've seen most Night Stalkers get a free lane, and he's just sitting, you know, 400, 500 gold down. They are going to start taking towers. That'll help him ramp up. Do have a bounty bot to grab as well, so a couple of little touches, but it's not going to be the best of an act.
Mid tier 1, the most important tier 1 on the map, and JT gets his book now on the top lane. About at level 9, he's going to have the max Burrow strike Sandstorm at the center then. Would fully expect IG to make plays around this smoke up. Aka's just picked one up. He's Lina level 7, so Lina's sinking. They could just smokers too, but they want to play with the team.
He's creeping in, but there's a Radiant Sentry here. They've seen him.
Ollie's trying to bait the Void a bit here.
Not falling for it just yet. Showing JT top.
Here they come. Looking to make their play. They smoke up. No dire vision of where that smoke was used.
Oh, Fear's in front, though. This is a good hero to break the smoke if you're J.Storm. But he doesn't quite do it. They just squirm around.
Catch Enigma.
They're going to find moves. Burrow straight through. Lina nukes combine. And down he goes. They even TP an Emo just to secure it. They're hoping for more. They do have a Chrono. Can they find anyone? Fear's TPing out. The rest of the team back and away. Still nobody's grabbed that bottom bounty rune. Fear will finally commit.
J.Storm, once that pick happens, they're just like, all right, let's get out. Gyro's in. You have this small, like, 12-second window where there's no blink fire strike that you can just kind of TP out or just run away, and they managed to not let IG get +1. Really what they were looking for there.
IG keep the pressure up. For D-Ward, obviously, though, he's walking uphill, and he's walking into Brax with Battery Assault. The Night Stalker joining for another death for the Ogre, and more importantly, no D-Ward. Blink under construction. That'll be their first big initiation item to go with the clock. We haven't seen much from this Clockwork gods.
No,
he rushed the Blade Mail. Brax wants to be making points and getting kills, but Yep, no openings for him as of yet.
Just something you know, Pound talked about. If he has a good game, gets his fast play mail, makes some plays, he could really control the tempo. But he's 2-0-3, but a lot of those kills, and since we're in that laning stage where it feels like since then he hasn't done as much. Bottom lane, JT, he juked out, he stuns through.
They find him with the Dark Ascension. He's gone.
Moo coming in. With
Brax did not have a great angle for a whole shot there.
To get away from a clockwork with that deck is impressive from JT. He understood exactly where they were coming from.
And Night Stalker, for that matter, with Dark Ascension.
Flying and everything, and they still couldn't catch it.
While Fly completing his Maelstrom, IG farming away. The Night Stalker eggs get closer. He's now got 2 components. And your tiny blink, about 700 off. So we'll see another power spike for J.Storm. But I actually just had a natural team fight. Even if they don't have big items, you still wonder if J.Storm can take a head-on fight. Pipe is coming soon from Ooze. That'll be big.
Fully committed to playing around this top side of the map. They've got numbers up here. They want to take this fight. They know Brax has tucked himself in. I think Brax has enough TP support that he feels he can confidently make this move.
Barking fear at the base. The rest of the team mid, so tier 2 down. The trait just creep waves. No objectives.
Until 9 gets his Blink Dagger, it feels like J.Storm don't want to make too many ultra-aggressive attempts to fight. Clockwork can hook shot in, but you really need that insta-follow-up, and Night Stalker isn't this fighting 3-position hero that he used to be. He's this guy that wants to get a good timing on his Ags. If he fights and dies and slows down his Ags, he completely
top lane, Chrono, and Practice dead.
Nice.
They've been hanging on to the Chrono for a long time, but something else I want to talk about, guys. IG, they've already got 2 full steps queued up, and this is one of the reasons why we've seen Clockwork just not popular, is this item really counters him hard.
Poor stuff. Always been good, but also always been partly why Clockwork has been very, very situational.
Supports just get so much gold nowadays. Blink reveal, counter for nobody walks into a nice pad. They have Black Hole. Can they get the good initiation? JT trapped out with the Malefice. Rocket coming through to get the kill. They did pop a dust to secure this. Now chasing. Dark Ascension, pull it down.
Great play from J.Storm. They knew there's no Chrono. The team fight for IG is very lackluster right now, and of course, even if they have Chrono, not still looking to get aggressive. He's got his fresh Blink Dagger. He has a lot of kill threat right now, and that
we're gonna see some brawling in this game. Everybody itemizing to fight. Pipe on Enigma, Blink on the Tiny and the Sand King.
Yep.
Just a straight Maelstrom on the Void, not trying to go anything super greedy here.
Expect Emo probably just to rush the BKB and Gyrocopter. As much as we've been kind of sometimes critical of it and wanting to see more of the Axe to secure the late game, you can't afford to go too risky.
Oh, they're jumping in. Quick commitment forward. Hook shot follow-up blocked by the Void. They put him back in. They do hack the Black Hole. There's a lot of stuns for Moose. He tries to run away. He already committed his hood. So everybody except for the lane are getting up. Nice kill to start that fight. Can they transition into a push with
back-to-back nets? He goes Night Stalker.
Go for it. Charging forward. Still no eggs though. He's 500 gold short. Firefly just streaming towards this top lane, time walking his way to safety.
Is it safety?
I hope so.
Might find him.
Rocket. Oh, this could be bad for Firefly. Moves committing.
No TP.
Diving, chasing. He's got 20 seconds. Man, it's a long run, but JT's trying to save his Void. He runs in. He runs into the Enigma. And now he wants to get out, but they're there to cut him off. JT's likely to lose his own life here to the burrows out. Looks for the great escape, but the chuck forward, the chase is on. J.Storm for a couple of big kills.
2 heroes. Panel highlight that Night Stalker starts snowballing, run at them, go for all these kills, and it's exactly that. They just made all those plays happen before Night Stalker has Axe. It's now coming out the Courier. Still, 3 minutes of nighttime remain. And this is a bit spooky for IG, but they do find a pick in the mid lane. Brax, after a good laning stage, has struggled a bit to find his place in this game.
Yeah, to address your point with the Gyro BKB, you know, he's got Bloodlust, he has a Void, there's a lot of damage to drop in the Chrono, so I don't think he needs to itemize greedy to be able to carry this.
Stay alive.
Oh, here's the Axe though. This is scary.
Dire have vision around this cliff here. They've got to deward this.
They want to force that to do with the clock. Nine comes in with the avalanche toss, blasting down so many heroes slow. And now on the run, the Laguna Blade though, look for the turnaround perhaps. They drove it up Sphere, but where's the easy kills? He doesn't have any yet. Now he drops it. They're going to buy back from the gyro, so they have to damage the dump in. It's Kaka with the stuns, Kaka with the nukes. Yeppy, he came in, and he just might get out. He does escape. What a huge turnaround. It looks so bleak for IG.
Get a sliver of health and got that off. Hookshot out nicely done for Brax. But what a team
That last
fight.
rocket. That's going to be too late. I can't believe he went back in. I thought he was done.
We'll see IG try and pressure this tier 1 tower now, but what a hell of a fight. They had to buy back Gyro, but they knew with that Chronosphere catching out the heroes it did, it was positioned just so Gyro could do damage on the edge.
Oh, we've got a moment here. You want to take a quick...
Let's take a look, LD.
Let's take a look.
That was
Roll the tape.
so well done. I mean, theoretically, J.Storm had this big advantage to start the fight off with this Observer Ward, but once it's C-Ward, 4-man Avalanche.
And toss.
Yeah.
Like they're all... He's got 3 heroes down to like a 10th of their HP.
I mean, Evo and JT, they're both on 10% health. He burns the low ground.
Yeah, I just like, oh, he's going to foul. He's done.
Yep.
But then the Chrono comes through.
He sticks around. And he's casting Epicenter here.
Yeah, laying damage into the Chrono. What's amazing is he survives.
Yeah, he accidentally blinks into the ice path, but even so, there's no damage. Man, JT the hero of that fight.
By IG.
Oh, yeah. Watching these players really push the limits, and JT, to me, one of those really flashy playmakers of this tournament, as well as the minor. When he's rolling and doing things like this, it is a sight to see.
Great team fight by IG, and keeps them into a bit of a lead here. 2,000 gold advantage. It's been very back and forth. One of our closer games of the tournament thus far. Been a lot of stomps this event.
20-minute bounty runes coming up, but it doesn't look like they'll just be traded to a piece.
So, with a pretty even game, gods, is this just an all-about execution kind of game? Do you feel like someone has a draft advantage?
I think execution is the name of the game. When you see these big ultimate Chronosphere on one side, Blitz Call on the other, both teams have pretty good late game scaling. The Void Gyro, I'd say, slightly outmatches like the Night Stalker, but Night Stalker tiny. But late game, this is a 4th position that's going to scale incredibly well. BKB Black Hole in the late game only going to be countered by the Void Chronosphere. So if he positions and just doesn't go in until Chrono's being used, he can have a big impact on this game. Or you just, Chrono, he's probably one of the top targets that you want to catch, try kill in that Chronosphere.
GR parked in the edge woods for now. Game has slowed down quite a bit. Everybody's going to farm towards their next items. Night Stalker Blink coming up soon. Moves starting to think about a blink of his own. The tiny Echo Saber online for the side of J.Storm. For IG, they've completed 2 Force Stabs. So now they have answers for the cogs.
And they're working on all these BKBs. That, to me, is where IG will look suddenly very scary. We saw it in one with the BKB timings. This game as well. The damage is so magic damage focused right now. Physically, Night Stalker with Hunter of the Night has some, but you're very reliant on this AoE Void damage. Tiny have a toss, Clockwork, Midnight Pulse. So much is going to get blocked by all this.
Yeah, it's not a good game for Night Stalker.
Sorry, Midnight Pulse, of course, piercing, but yes.
Yeah, it's not the best for Night Stalker to rely on right clicks with like dealing with all these short range stuns, like BKB, sure, but then you still have to worry about Chronosphere.
Yep. See if they have the answers to BKBs. Sand King, even there's a 3 position getting one. And as much as Enigma skates very well the late game, but Lina, very useful hero to have as well as this game drags out.
This smoke was scouted. There is a dire observer ward.
Knight is sticking around.
Might not have been looking.
Oh,
Burrow on the illusions though. Oh, nice bait. Catch up that Sand King. Smoke. Still the rest of ID may get undiscovered into the enemy woods. They can maybe plant some fresh wards down. Block one of the camps here. And look at all these sentries trying to deward that. Keep vision up generally. It's been very heavy on those this tournament.
Forces tier 2 tower with the double BKBs. IG, they recognize they are really strong here. They've also seen moves with this pipe. Without a blink on Enigma, they're not too afraid of him, although they should maybe perhaps start worrying he's going to have one very soon with how long he's been missing from the map. His Eidolon's farming and pushing out this bottom lane.
IG are just respecting that team fight combo. They don't want to commit to the tower, despite having these BKBs.
Yep.
Good news for them. They definitely have a lot more items they can pick up here. There's no rush to end the game for either team.
Push very well. Gyro Void not really good building hitters, and when you're pushing, even though you have these BKB, you get jumped.
Oh, moves. Gonna get caught out here. Kaka found him with the Laguna. Burrow Strike comes through. Perfect face stun. Let's get off the pipe there, but won't matter. Meanwhile, down mid, a hook shot connects on Ali. They'll catch out the Ogre, and the Lumber Elf will be slain. So a 1-for-1, but the Enigma obviously the more fort kill.
Yeah, Enigma was 70 gold short of a Blink Dagger too, so that's slowing him down a little bit. There's too much gold at least. See what IG look to make of this. For now, they're happy to just fall back and settle into this kind of slower farming to then hit their next items kind of play. Over the Mjolnir almost completed. Gyro has the axe queued up. Is it coming out on Courier? No, that's Courier's coming out. He's just got clarities. I'd be shocked if he had it. It's a little bit of a ways to go.
You know, you mentioned both teams have great team fights, but I just see a Void with Bloodlust, top of the net worth chart, and I'm quaking in my boots. Like, this hero is, oh man, so hard to deal with. And, you know, to make it a bit tougher, you've got 3 melee heroes, and all of your damage is on melee heroes, essentially.
And this is where we've seen the Night Stalkers struggle. This hero's been one of the strongest heroes of the tournament. When you're playing against a lot of stuns and control, it gets a lot more difficult. It's going to go for a BKB on Night Stalker, but if he gets caught in that Chronosphere, he may just get burst down inside it.
And normally the Night Stalkers, like, they really focus on rushing the egg, try to get it by the second night, and then make plays. Speaking of plays, mid-lane, quick jump in, get the Burrow Strike on the Tiny. Fear there as well, but he won't be tanking the gank this time. It's 9 who is going to go down. Now they chase out here, a couple auto attacks just barely getting out. Oh, that was close. Do they transition into a Roche? They're thinking about it, but the Roche comes through. That will scout this. If they commit, Fly, he's down to the low ground. They are going to go for the big old man, and I don't know if they can do with the blink. The blink's up on moves. Do they consider a risky gambit? They've got the Clockwork, they've got the buyback. They are going to contest. IG, respecting that J.Storm initiation, are thinking of actually not backing away, but of going in.
Yeah, they need to pick off before they get rushed. They don't want to get
caught. The Eidolon's farming. They know Enigma's around. Oh! See you later, says Booming. That's huge. They can make their move. Committing onto Ali, catching the Ogre, kill him off quickly.
Jake not want to go for a blink.
A hook shot coming through, looking for more. They found Big Z. The chain stun's there. Can they kill off the Sand King? Fly jumping in with the BKB. He gets involved, but he's trying to kill off a Night Stalker. Needs more bashes. He's getting the bashes. Meanwhile, the black hole, it's caught out to the backside. They're gonna lose. No, they're gonna lose Kaka. That's a killing spree down. The Void has the TP out. The Night Stalker surviving. And now J.Storm. Oh, they're thinking, hey, we take Roche, but he is pretty full HP, so they won't commit for it.
See play from J.Storm. The buyback 9 did not want to give up that Roche for free, and they managed to find a way into the fight, destroy IG.
Pushing down mid now.
Still no chrono for 8 seconds, so I think J.Storm will just settle back and...
All right. Well, while they're pushing here, while the teams are kind of resetting, we'll take another look at that fight. Man, that was a doozy.
This Chronosphere, that width, set it all up.
He had such a good idea, too, because he saw the Eidolons farming. He knew Enigma was isolated. If you kill Enigma, there is no fight, but...
It's at the same time, kill Enigma and he has buyback.
True.
You're in a terrible spot because you just wasted Chrono for a 4-position buyback.
Look at the way the Clockwork just split up the fight here with the cogs. Even though you know, they forced that to get out of them, so isolated. And I don't know about this play, but Fly. He commits everything to try and kill Night Stalker. Just doesn't have the lockdown. He needed like 2 or 3 more bashes.
He was rolling the dice on bashes, but with
But he got a
flying,
lot. He got like 3 or 4 bashes there.
he got some crazy RNG. He almost actually kills Night Stalker. With flying around that Roshan pit, he's able to just play around those cliffs so like can't chase him down.
Well, good news for IG is it got the lower cooldown on the big team fight. Chrono's almost back up. I mean, 140 seconds versus the Enigma 180, and he used it later. So I have like a minute where they could have a power play, but they smoke under a ward. Oh no. Gee.
They're still very strong if they go for Roshan. I don't think J.Storm want to take
They also had vision though. Moo.
There's a double
He's got a blink ready. Can he just jump out, bait out another Chrono?
Kaka taking the DD. I guess Islands were coming to deny it, so.
IG really committing for this. They get the burn. They lock down Moo. They get the bashes as well. And Moo is dead. No buyback. That's your damage. Mostly gone from the fight. Now Nine's trying to run away, but he has been ignited. IG looking to commit forward. They run into the avalanche. Fly still chasing. They're gone.
Should just be Roshan now. They've got Chrono Speed. Sometime, what, 25 seconds till Black Hole, but with I thought it dead without buyback. I don't see them contesting this one.
Oh, it's clock.
He's entering road.
Anything to kill it faster, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
The hook shot, you gotta respect it. Brack is thinking about it. He's hanging around, but he's not gonna go for it. So, Age is playing by emo.
I think that's the first time I've seen someone epicenter Roshan. But
yeah.
it's first for everything, okay?
Every little bit of damage, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, it's like 800 damage or so. Maybe Roshan after some of that resistance kicks in, maybe a bit less, but
it's not like he's really been using in these fights. He's really all about the burrow strike for them right now. They've got plenty of other damage, so I can see it.
They get themselves Aegis. It doesn't matter too much. They can just chill for a little bit. J.Storm need to complete this BKB on Moo. His Night Stalker was about 300, 400 gold short when he died. Now he's just instantly back to farming this top lane. Daytime's going to be coming, so J.Storm, it's going to be like 5 minutes of Aegis time where it's also daytime and they just don't want to fight at all. Even with Dark Ascension up, they're going to have to be very careful about how they approach this game.
They need that Enigma BKB. That seems like their main hope to get back in the game, win a convincing team fight. Is relatively close to it. Has Mithril Hammer money.
Yep.
We'll grab a couple of bounty runes here. Should be a 2 for 2 most likely. But Tower's being claimed by IG.
Both teams have good late game.
Well, they scanned here. They've actually seen Brax. JT's moving in. He wants to keep the fighting going.
And a blink stun, but no backup.
Tier 1 will fall to creeps.
To complete his BKB as well.
Yeah, he actually went for bots first. We didn't mention that, I don't think.
That was like there was something a fight he wanted to get to, or it is a nice one of these really good items for Adler. The double TP is just such a strong tool to have.
And especially when they've kept most of their outer towers up, so lots of places he can go.
Fly hits level 20, so it gets that extra initiation range on the Time Walk.
That's big.
Kaka with his famous Shadow Blade. He loves to try and find pickoffs with this item.
Infamous, perhaps, depending on which game you're talking about. But, I mean, his Lina has been so impactful. 4 and 7. The key team.
Of course, because Night Stalker kind of wants to just jump on the backline to boost the Lina, and Night Stalker as a core doesn't really have room for detection, so it gives him a way to save him against the Night Stalker. A secondary way, including the Force Staff as well, so I like this item quite a lot. Even the Tiny trying to jump the backlines may not have the ability to carry dust or something.
Even if he has detection, you're forcing him to spend that money to deal with a support. They will start the siege here in the mid lane. Emo going to work. Meanwhile, down bottom, wrapping around for moves, but he's out of there. TP'd out on the cliff.
He guessed wrong about where his position there. That would have been a nice kill to get, but he's got that boots of travel, so he's right back in the mid lane. No real risk there because of
Kaka's
that.
heading back now as well. For a rune. Grabs haste. He wants to find a solo kill, perhaps.
Gives
Shadow
himself the
blading
movement
in.
speed.
but J.Storm setting a trap. And while that's happening, tier 2 going down.
He's gonna scout out Tiny. He saw them.
He's seen them both.
He's calling his team in.
Backup's coming.
still got-
Helicopter TPing in. Void TPing in. Nine's still chilling there. The Lina stun comes through. Nine didn't get out in time. Now the cooldown. BKB. Big commitment with Laguna Blade, and Nine is dead. They've still seen Brax on the retreat. JT get in range. Can he close the gap? He's getting close. So too is the Void. Time Walks doesn't quite get past the little barrier of rocks there. Or snap into the burrow. They've got a chrono. Gonna pop it. They should be getting the Brax kill here. Gets that one bash. That's like a quarter of his HP.
JT hitting creeps to the caustic damage, styling a bit there as well. Really nice. He tended wasn't chasing, he kind of backed off, and then he suddenly jumps in the 4-star into stun while his blade was on cooldown, so caught Brax a bit by surprise perhaps, as he did kind of feign backwards.
IG marching down mid, looking like a death ball. There is a BKB on moves.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Can he make something happen with the black hole while he's decide how to find his way into a foe? They're losing the old man, perhaps.
Flyfly?
Aegis committed, now Flyfly jumping in. Now buybacks. Here comes the blink initiation from Moose. Look for the black hole. Moose is sitting pretty far back.
Puck is out Invictus.
Olive's running away too. They're sprinting out nicely. Chuck forward. They'll get Ollie, but that is just not enough for all these buybacks.
JT maybe he'll get caught here. Has a BKB TP, but
Burrows to the low ground. They have not scouted him.
yeah, he just juked him apparently.
They're all gone. Nice little Delta split.
That's the Shadow Blade. Actually, it's all great offensively. Catches the tiny bottom, and then defensively there, he's on the high ground. They've overcommitted. They dove tier 4s. Flyfly a little bit. Oh, sorry, Emo on the chair, not Flyfly. He just dives a little bit too hard because he thinks he's got fear out with the ice path, but helping him get out okay. The Shadow Blade of Lina allowing Kaka to stay alive from the Night Stalker's blink initiation.
Speaking of Shadow Blade, look who's building one now. It's Moose on the Enigma.
Huh.
Interesting.
I don't mind this. I'm not
Invisibility,
sure if
invincibility, you know.
yeah, one of those. I think it's less impactful than him compared to like the Lina. You're not really using it offensively as well against some of these heroes. But he's looking more for the offensive capabilities of this item.
I think the concern for me with J.Storm guys is that they need the perfect black hole to take a fight. Whereas IG, it's just nice if they get a great chrono.
They were scanned. IG had an idea they were at this room.
Flyfly's out in front. He's just marching in with the Satanic.
No chrono for 5.
Baiting. Just baiting. And Ollie's there to cut off any sort of wraparound plays. He's actually hunting into the secret shop. They're looking for openings. He's time walking forward. He's just charging in fearlessly into J.Storm. There are 5 heroes here. They're going to come in.
Solar
Black hole. Everything for the Void. Do they get him? They time walk. The Satanic. He's dead. He fights. He lives. Oh, this could be real ugly. JT's on the backside. He's going on to 9. No one else really dying, though. Flyfly re-engages. Can bring down moves. They need a little more lockdown to deal with him. Gets the bash of the Jakiro. That's a dead Jakiro. 3 heroes have dropped, and they keep on hunting. The caustic damage gets in range.
Slow.
The tiny. Flyfly can keep on chasing. It's a buyback on Enigma, but who cares?
Dive with the axe.
The chrono only now coming out. That's the death of moves. Almost certainly a double kill for the Void. They bit more than they could chew.
Oh.
They paid the ultimate price.
Twice that tiny axe damage was just not quite enough to get the kill. The big one on the Void, they threw everything. The Enigma with the black hole plus the tiny tree volley. They had the physical damage to bring him down, and it was just barely not enough. The Void, when it ended, he didn't even time walk right away. He instantly tried to life steal him with the Satanic.
And then he time walked.
Yeah, I think feeling like, you know, the animation of time walk is not going to cut. He wanted the instant attacks. Since I guess in his head it's going to be faster than the time walk animation, and may have actually saved his life. But
oh, this is a big problem with J.Storm. Their tournament lives on the line. IG smashing down the base, bringing down the melee. The minor champs looking like they could threaten to go even deeper here at the major. On home soil, they're feeling strong. And there's no black hole for 85 seconds. So what do? Well, apparently, you just forfeit your base. And you might have just forfeited the game. It's Moves got caught out again. BKB from the Void. Moves has to back away. Night Stalker heading for the hills. He needs this homie missile to hit. Bashes are coming through. That Night Stalker not quite dead, though. Brax, meanwhile, found Kaka from behind. They're gonna rotate back to bottom. It's a 20k gold lead. It's IG all the way. J.Storm just unconventional drafts, not quite panning out here. IG brutalizing them.
Yeah. These two frontline cores with Bloodlust are just so hard to deal with. They Satanic, Bloodlust, and Gyro Void. How do you deal with these two? Moo trying to figure out a way as he blinks him with his Night Stalker. There's no follow-up. There's no black hole for 40 seconds still. J.Storm running out of answers. Tiny, his network is dropped off. He has the axe, but that tree volley is looking less and less impressive as time goes on without any damage items.
And now an Ags is completed on the Faceless Void of Fly. So they can take these team fights every minute with basically their full complement of spells. Meanwhile, gotta wait 3 minutes to take a fight with the black hole.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept. Not an item we're seeing much on this carry Void, but when you're playing against a long cooldown Enigma, it makes so much sense. And also, he wants to be able to just throw a solo black hole like on a support like the Enigma if he catches him in the jungle.
Chrono, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, a solo Chrono, and it's totally justified if you've got this low cooldown, which the Axe provides in. Survivability, that's what kept him alive the last fight, so he gets...
They lack damage on J.Storm now. Got a Void running around with 3,300 HP when he's on Strength Tread and the status resistance. The Gyro's almost at 3k. He's also got a Satanic BKB. The Ogre, you know, who cares? Sand King at 2,500. There's not that many easy kills here. But J.Storm, it's a desperation gambit. They need to find something big to stay alive. Top 4 is on the line at MDL Chengdu. Where are they going to jump first? Kaka's there. He reveals they commit a sentry, but it's too late. So an opportunity squandered. They move in. They're with 9, but he's walking right into trouble. A Burrow Strike, a Laguna, a Slave comes in and the hook's too late. Another death. Tiny's out for 70. Their big damage dealer is gone. Can Moo pick up where Tiny left off? He will get Kaka, who's got the buyback, pops it instantly. All the while, Fly, he's just waiting with the Chrono Spear. He will commit, finds Moo, just start smacking him, but Fear's gone outside the Chrono. Gets off the ice path. It doesn't matter. The black hole is too late. Where's the damage? Where's the damage? They just don't have it. PG is called. IG from the minor qualifier to top 4 at MDL Chengdu.
Fantastic game. Much more competitive than